sure everything works fine.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Good to be back after a week off. So, in session number 5, I believe this is. Last session, a couple weeks ago at least. So you guys had finished up your second adventure in the asteroids, seeking out another mysterious. Well, actually, you kind of got caught while returning from a job for Rena, and a mysterious dark shadow kind of came over you and a bunch of other ships, and basically incapacitated the starship and whatnot. You were able to get things figured out and landed on an asteroid, and found some, another cavern that was similar to the one previously, with this kind of structure that was built inside, and after going through that, coming out of it, you were able to get with releasing a release of this shadow type object, creature, whatever it is. That did give you guys power back to your ship, and you were able to get back home. So that's very quick in a nutshell. It's definitely a little bit more involved than that, but yeah. So then you guys just headed back to Kalaran and then headed off your separate ways for the next couple weeks. Let's see here. So, I know that, and we can do this real quick. Valen, I think you are all set on your downtime. Lan, you mentioned gambling.
Yeah, I came in with mine late, but
which is fine. Yeah, I just didn't get to it this afternoon.
Lan would have gambled it on Sabak, and the results not known now, so he's just he's not talking about it. Whatever happened.
So if you want, we can do that while we're here, though. Let me look up the.
Yeah, I don't have proficiency because Lan's not good at Sabak, so I think I can only do an intelligence check without proficiency. There, in the rules, you can do like a deception or an insight check, but only if you have proficiency. So I only get one shot at it.
Okay, because you don't have either of those.
Yeah, I don't have insight or deception proficiency or kit proficiency. Yeah, I'm just a bad gambler.
All right.
So I'm in roll 20 now. Let me roll,
yeah, so just plain
intelligence directly.
Plain intelligence for week 1. Hey, very nice. So real quick first, what you wanna say that you split like 1,000 credits each week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would spend all 2,000 of the stake, all 2,000 of the money we got from that Metatheran cartel.
Okay, so we'll say week 1 you go in, you put up a half of your newfound income and go in there. So pretty good off the bat at least. So you got a +10 to your results roll, but the results roll, of course, is pretty tough to hit. Actually, like extremely steep.
I fully expect to lose.
So give me a D100 +10.
Okay, if I win, I am definitely next downtime buying a wrist-mounted grappling hook. Okay, so +10, so I got 29. Definitely not enough.
Yeah, so you lose everything week 1, unfortunately. So you go back though and you just say that, hey, I need to you can do better your second week. So give me another intelligence check for that. All right, so this is going to be a just a +5, so D100 +5. You have to really to win anything. All right, so that's going to put you. So you break even the second week. You go in and
Nice.
you at least break even. So not too bad. Kind of had some fun and come out of there still with what you had. So good there. Give me real quick. 10% chance. So give me 2 D10s, please. Separate. All right, you're good. No complications. Your second week, you know, you annoy a few people at the table, but to nothing to an extent that there's going to be any ongoing problems. Dak or Krellin, did you guys have anything specific you were looking at for some downtime?
Dak, you can go first if you'd like.
I'm thinking, so go ahead if you already know.
I don't even think mine has a downtime equivalent. So yeah, I don't think it has one. So I'll just describe what he did when the group meets up.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess the 2-week downtime for Dak probably would fall into the probably the carousing activity.
Okay.
Just to go work on just making more contacts. He wants, waiting for the next job to come along to continue to work up some credits for the Dedios and, make some contacts. You can call in favors later potentially.
All right. So week 1, what level are you going after? Lower, middle, or upper class type of?
We'll do some low class criminals and mercenary types.
Okay.
Always the best kind of friends to have.
Yeah, so you put in 100 credits worth of just for your work, for supplies and whatever else that you go there. So that give me either. All right, looks like it's just persuasion there. So give me a persuasion check. Nice. All right, so that's going to get you +20 on your results roll. So D100 +20. All right, so you do make 1 allied contact during your first week, lower class contact that week. So going to that. If you guys, if you want to put that in your character channel quick, and then you can go ahead, and if you want to, give me a D10 real quick for that as well. All right, there, and then week 2, same class. You're gonna change that.
I will go ahead and bump up to middle class.
Okay, so you invest a little bit more in your efforts this time around, seeking them out. Give me another persuasion check.
I think I clicked it. There it goes.
There it goes. Yep. Okay, so it seems that those thugs and whatnot are a bit more of your people, and you're better off with them. But so this is going to be a +5 to your D100 roll. Your results. All right. So unfortunately, on the second week, you do not manage to make any new contacts. And then give me a D10, sorry. All right, you're good to go there. So, all right, so after a couple weeks for you guys, Balin, you had went off back to Almas to do some research and whatnot, carried that out, and I gotta look up.
So Todd,
Yeah.
actually, after looking at it, I do think mine would technically be carousing as well, what I would have been doing.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. And upper class.
All right, for both weeks, or
Well, we'll find out after the first one, won't
Okay,
we?
go for the first week. All right. So I think that's a it's upper class 1,000.
2,500.
2,500.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
So Dak stuck with his.
Nothing like these
low life.
arbitrary values on this stuff.
Money
Valen, will
doesn't
you
mean much
put
to me.
put what the downtime rule reward is for your based on your roles in your character channel?
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
And then yeah, just so I can come back to it.
Mhm.
So
I think if I remember off the top of my head, it's like one piece of info, and then nothing for the other
okay.
thing. But
So yeah, Krellin, that would be a give me a persuasion check for
Persuasion.
first week. Nice.
Oh,
All right.
Look at us.
So
on carousing.
that's going to get you a plus 15. So D100 plus 15 for your results on week 1.
Damn it.
Oof. As you are out and about trying to schmooze some new people, you actually rub somebody the wrong way, and you actually now have a new hostile contact.
And they're upper class, so that's even better.
Yes, definitely. Noble, elite, or otherwise. So give me a D10 real quick.
Here's. Oh,
Good.
disappointing.
All right, and
Even
then
Krellin's enemies are classy.
Yep.
so you come around to week 2. What's your thoughts on week 2?
Still carousing, but having essentially been forced out of the high class he was doing. So medium. Staying
Okay.
as high class as I can.
All right, give me another persuasion check. All right, not bad. So I think that's the same 15 again to your D100.
Okay, 84.
All right, so that is going to get you an allied contact.
Okay.
So you do make a couple contacts. One of them higher upper class, who's not very fond of you, but you do get a kind of middle class
Okay.
for you. That's definitely going to be more friendly.
Do I roll a complication or?
Yes, D10.
Okay.
All right, you're good. Okay, so you may meet a couple new people yourself as well, and so you guys have just doing your own things, whatever. I assume Dak and Lan, you guys are back on Genarius. I know Valen, you said you were going back to Almas. Then Krellin, on Kularin, anywhere else that you were?
So, I'm not sure where this might have been, but his thought process was after the last trip took them to a dark, gloomy Shadowland, he would go to the polar opposite. So he went to whatever planet had sunny beaches, resorts, and he essentially took a 2-week vacation. But he couldn't help himself but get involved in whatever was going on wherever he went. So
you would know of this place, just kind of being a, someone who was definitely curious about learning, just basically your background. So, you very likely would have headed off to Daruma, which is the resort moon of Elmas.
yes, that is where I would have definitely went.
So, basically, this terraformed moon off of Elmas that has very nice kind of beach resorts and things like that. So yeah, that is very likely would fit the place that you were going after.
Wonderful.
All right. So, each of you in your respective places over these 2 weeks, towards the end of the second week, you each receive a message individually. And the message simply says, I would speak with you about a matter of some importance. If you will come and hear what I have to say, I will pay you for your time. Further payment may be possible if you show interest, but it will take more than talk. And signed only by the initial N. You also do find 500 credits deposited into your each of your financial accounts as well, kind of accompanying this message.
Would we be able to intuit who N is?
Yeah, I would say I'm trying to think if you've. I'll just say yes. You know, you have definitely worked with this person before, Narama. So you would, yeah, know of. I don't remember if he sent you messages before, because that's kind of his go-to, his initial.
Yeah, I don't remember how we got that job the first time. Wasn't it Rena that recommended us or something?
No, the first one was I think Krellin actually had a slight tie there. Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Krell
yeah.
introduced us to crime bosses. All right. Well, this is what Dak's been waiting for, an opportunity to make some credits. So he's going to, I guess, head to wherever the coordinates ask him to go.
Yeah, I've got to make more money so I can put up a bigger stake for that next Sabak game. So I'm going.
Dak's going to follow Land in the next game so we can win some of those credits. He just dumps everyone.
Yeah, I imagine Dak has a nice little side hustle, just winning credits off of Land.
Did this message seem like urgent?
No, but you would know. I think that, you know, just in your limited interaction, and you can maybe ask your counterparts about this. I would say that if you did, Krellin would say that, you know, not that it's urgent, but you know, when Narama requests your presence, you know, you should do your best to show up, and that generally, as you guys have kind of seen before, you know, it's usually worthwhile as well.
Well, Valen's pretty curious, so he's gonna at least go to see what this is about. Maybe it needs a Jedi's touch.
All right. So, you guys, in your own various ways, get to. So, you go out to the asteroid fields, yet again, and however you get out there, taking a shuttle or whatever it is, and then you are taken to Narama's personal headquarters, essentially. You arrive, once you all get there, you all brought in together, so you would show up and each of you would be there with each other. And you show up in a kind of a waiting area outside of his quarters. And you know, it's not this area is not super elaborate here, but there's, you know, some comfy chairs that you sit in, some hollow paintings on the wall, whatnot. As you get there. Any catch up from you guys?
Kind of wave hi to all three of them.
Sort of just nod.
Land looks around and says, somehow I knew you'd all be here to make some money.
It's not about the credits, Lan.
Speak for yourself.
I will.
What, Jedi don't have living expenses? Everything covered in that cushy academy?
Yeah. Yeah. For the
Oh,
most
must
part.
be nice not to have to work for a living.
Oh, we work. We definitely work. In fact, that's what I spent the last couple weeks doing.
Are you reading some books, doing some little magic hand tricks?
Only for like a week.
Only like half the time I was
Well,
gone.
like half the time. guys.
I'll be.
I'll have you know I helped out at the med center. My own money.
The academy is entering into a month-long abstinence of hand tricks. So there's no hand tricks for the month going forward. So as you guys
November.
catch up, the blast doors before you slide open and reveal a room that is just strewn with chairs and sofas, and you see Narama in there, the familiar-looking kind of pinkish humanoid, double sets of eyes. He's seated on a bench at the far side of the room. He has a data pad in his lap. He glances up, both sets of eyes at you, as they seem to just kind of take in every little bit of your presence, and he nods to you. He kind of lifts up a hand to kind of gesture you all in.
I will give a slight respectful bow and enter.
Valen will do kind of the same thing, but he's not gonna sit down. He's just gonna stand.
Oh yeah.
Kinda
Does he
off to
want
the
us to sit?
So as you come in the room, he welcomes you, and he does kind of offer the available seating around the room, and he then says, asks each of you if you would like a beverage. What can he get you?
Oh, I am all right, thanks. Dak, if you'd like your drink and mine, feel free.
Dak will put up 2. I'll take his.
I'm good, thank you.
Land shakes his head and says, I don't drink on the job.
Well,
Narama looks at you, Lan. He says, well, you're not on the job yet, but that is fine. He turns to a droid servant, and he says that he kind of like gives an order for a few drinks, and the droid quickly brings them back like right away, with a little tray, and sets them down. There's like a little, call it a coffee table in front of you, and gives one to you, Dak, while the other 2 sit there for either yourself or if somebody else does find themselves maybe a little parched. And he just, Narama just then turns to you all and says, I appreciate you answering my message. I am in need of some assistance. You have proven yourselves previously, and I figured I could turn to you. One of my senior people is missing somewhere here within the belt.
well, the asteroid belt is a tricky place if you don't know what you're doing.
Do you happen to know where he's missing?
Well,
Or last known whereabouts?
if we did, I wouldn't need your help, would I?
I would say that when you describe this, Krellin seems to perk up a little bit, as you just described. Basically a Scooby-Doo mystery, and he's all on board for this.
What
Go
can
ahead.
you what can you tell us about this this person that's gone missing?
Yeah, he says, this would be, essentially my number 2, Len Marcus. And most of you, well, let's see, Krellin, you would just know who this is, I think, with your relation with Narama. The rest of you guys, give me intelligence checks, I guess, for everybody else. All right, nat 1 there. Okay. So Lan, just kind of here and there with involvements in some organizations and things like that. You've heard of this Len Marcus. You know that he is essentially Narama's number 2. He's a near human, humanoid type person. And then Krellin, you would know, for sure yourself would know that he has a unique feature in that he's essentially an albino, like very, very pale skin. But yeah, just right-hand man of Narama.
God.
What was Marcus doing out in the asteroid belt, if you don't mind us asking?
He says, "Well, I'm not certain. He was last seen just yesterday, and he usually would have reported in by now. That is, if something did not happen to him."
Does he have any enemies?
I'm not sure. It's possible. I myself have many enemies, so perhaps that relationship there is enough. But I wouldn't put it past the Therians or the Karaites. Obnoxious creatures, both of them. I have no particular reason to believe them involved in this, other than my basic perception that they are both scum of the universe.
Well, that's a bit harsh, but okay.
Was,
Well, Narama, you would know.
Dak will just take a swig of his drink and let that wash over. Was Marcus traveling alone, or was he with anybody else from your organization?
I am not certain, but I would assume he was alone.
Yeah, traveling alone in the asteroid belt, either very brave or very stupid.
Speaking
Or he
of
was lying
traveling,
about being alone.
that too. Speaking of which, are we the only people going out there looking for him? We're not going to run into any trouble that we're not expecting.
I have many other groups that are heading out to search for Len Marcus.
Okay.
First one to find him is the one's getting paid.
He laughs. He says, "I put most of my my faith in you all to be successful."
It's your confidence in us that'll get us through these trying times. I'm sure of it.
I can provide you with a ship for the 4 of you to get out to his last known destinations, and if you're able to find him, locate him, I will pay you 500 credits each on his return.
What happens if we find him and he doesn't want to come back? Assuming we even make it that far.
Well, anything is possible. I would prefer not to believe that he has betrayed me.
Okay.
But I'm certainly not stupid. And if you find evidence that he has turned against me or something else, of course, be cautious. Do not get too close to him. He is a very, very dangerous man.
So were we.
And if we happen to find him and he's no longer of this galaxy, would you like us to return the body or leave it where it lays?
Information, at least, would suffice of if that is the unfortunate case. But knowing Len Marcus, I would not believe that to be.
All right, understood.
Well, I don't know what happens to him, or what happened to him, I should say. But if he needs our help, it's my duty to help. I'm in.
So he picks up a data pad, the kind of one he was looking at, and he says, "This is essentially all we have with information about Len Marcus's last whereabouts." He hands it over to the group. This is Len's personal backup that was taken from his quarters this morning to be analyzed.
So which one of us actually has the better skill with these data pads?
I've got Slicer's Kit proficiency. I think that covers data pads.
As do I.
Well, is it
But it would.
protected or is it just we just have to read it?
Just in general, who would be better?
Oh.
So Narama says that his team has looked through the data, has worked on looking through the data pad, but you know, if you are able to maybe get in here and get any additional information, that would be very helpful, definitely to yourselves in this search. So he turns that over, and yeah, so yes, Slicer's kit check here for whoever wants to. You can either you know, do those individually, or if you want to just essentially use advantage on that.
I'm guessing this is intelligence Slicer's Kit.
Yes, it would be.
Right on.
Land's gonna
I'm
be the
just
best in that
gonna-
one.
Oh, I was gonna say, regardless, Krellin's gonna sit back and just observe his skills, not help him.
Okay. Dak, would you assist?
Yeah, I'll lend a helping hand.
Okay, Land,
And
so you can go ahead and roll that one more time.
I will give
Alright.
guidance to Lan as well.
All right, so throw a D4 on there. Okay. So you dig through, see what you can pull out of this thing, and that it takes a little bit to get through some of the locked and hidden files, but you're able to get some information out of it. So a lot of this initial information, you know, as you kind of go read over that, you see that Narama nods in acknowledgement of stuff that he knows himself. So, you know, kind of an obvious thing. There's just a flash of ownership that the data pad is property of Len Marcus, unauthorized access punishable by death. As you keep searching, there is, you kind of basically go through search history on there, and there's an object in question here that is located in one of the asteroids, and the asteroids have various coordinates listed to them, and then you find a message on there. It says, I've been approached by representatives of the cartel who wish to claim territory in the asteroid belt. Do not believe N will take kindly to this idea and have yet to respond. You get a couple more things out of here. Get another message that says translations of glyphs throughout the belt reference what I believe is roughly the Dark Staff. It sounds like an object of great power.
Ooh, all right.
Oh, with a name like Darkstaff, it's gotta be a good thing, right?
Dark
Um,
staff, and all we've been dealing with is like voodoo darkness. I wonder.
Huh. Do I
No relation.
I don't recognize any sort of like no connection, nothing from anything in the lore that I've known at the temple. Like any stories or some tales, tall tales or anything like
give me
that.
a lore check.
Some of those bedtime stories they read you at the academy.
Yeah.
All right. No, nothing really you pick up on that. Definitely seems very foreign to you.
Okay.
So you get that's kind of basically what you pull off of it. And Narama, kind of cuts in once it looks like you guys are wrapped up there, and he does. He kind of just touches on what he knows as well, which was some of that initial stuff, and then essentially, reconfirms the assignment to go out and try and find Len Marcus. They have specific coordinates of I-9, so you're going to be going out to asteroid I-9 and searching for any sign of Len. And Narama says he may have been there, he may not, but if he was, I do need to know. We have to find him. I fear he may have fallen under the sway of someone who does not have our best interest at heart. I hope that he can be found and brought home. And he just waves a hand to dismiss you to head off, and there's a kind of like a guard, if you will, greets you at the doors to his chamber and will take you out to his basically to landing port to get the starship.
All right. Well, I'll do a polite bow. Follow the guard.
Dak will finish off his drink and nod, set down the glass, and head out.
On the way out, the guard does mention that Narama has authorized us to provide a few initial supplies as needed. If there's anything you all are could utilize before your trip.
I'm good.
A
Any
couple med
spare
packs if you have any laying around.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest any spare med packs would be great. I have plenty on me, but you never know, and especially with our last few outings into this asteroid field, they're probably going to be necessary.
Yeah.
Land pulls out his hollow recorder and says, look, data cards aren't free. I could use a few of those if you want me to record this.
Yeah, he nods and says, "I will have someone bring them over to your ship prior to your departure." You guys get to the starship. It's almost closer to a shuttle, because you guys are just kind of going amongst the asteroids here, a little bit above that. But anyway, get in and Dak, as you start making yourself familiar with the thing. And whatnot, there is a another guard or whatnot comes by and does have some supplies for you. So brings you guys 2 med packs and a couple data cards for you, Lan, to utilize.
All right, well, thank the guard. I will board the ship.
Yeah, Lance seems extremely happy to get 20 credits worth of data cards for some reason, and then he gets on the ship, just like practically skipping.
Free's the best price.
That's right.
All right. So you pile in, get the ship going, whatnot, and head out, making your way towards this asteroid I-9, labeled I-9, darting through the field, something that you've become very familiar with recently. Dak, go ahead and give me a piloting check.
All right.
All right. So, new ship, who dis? You you get by mostly decent for the most part. It's not too bad, but a couple maybe bumps and bruises here that you might have to explain, once you return the rental. But you get there without much else issue, and you come to the asteroid in question, and you find an area to land down on. There's a large crater that is there, available with a flat enough surface for you guys to land down. It is. Everyone, give me perception checks real quick.
I knew
Nice.
waiting till last was the right decision.
Let me get all those 4s and 5s and 6s out of the system. here.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So, Valen and Krellin, you both just eyes alert. So as you're coming down to this asteroid, it's pretty foggy and whatnot. So it's kind of tough to see what anyway. But you guys do notice some glints of metal as you come down and land. As you guys settle to the ground, you kind of get through this haze over the asteroid, and then as you break through that and land, you see some glints of metal, and it looks to be another starship.
Like destroyed? It's like pieces of one?
Nope, you just kind of see it, opposite end of this kind of area where you landed. You see a ship, and then as you do land, with that good of a perception check, you make out that there's actually a couple ships out there,
Yep. That is
kind of right next to each other.
Is there any kind of markings or on the ship that would indicate they're part of the cartel or part of Narama's fleet, or they match the type of ship that we're in?
They look different from your ship, and one of them you see has markings of the Mediterranean cartel. The other ship, it does have some markings on it, but just based on the distance, it's tough to make that out.
Okay. Well, I guess I would point that out to the group and say, I guess, be ready when we land. We may not be welcome visitors here.
Sounds good. I'm already prepared. And I cast battle precognition. Gotta get
Is
that
there
AC up to 12.
I guess if we look at like the landing areas, is there anywhere that we could land? Well, it's probably too late. We're probably too close. I try to think somewhere like to land, like not, hey, here we are, right in
This-
the middle of all the other ships, like off to
Well, this was
somewhere
just
else.
kind of the best. This was your best place to find, with a flat enough spot on the
Yeah,
asteroid.
okay.
Yeah. As you're here on the surface and whatnot, Valen, as you go to Valen, give me a wisdom save.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Already?
Yeah, already.
Alrighty. So,
I shoot him.
give me a D100, please.
Just D100, right?
If you use your magic on me, I will shoot you.
It's the symbiote. It's come back.
All right. So, as you go to call on the Force to give you some extra, protection with battle precognition, you do find a little bit of a resistance to casting that. You are able to push through and have the power go through and carry out. However, there's a strain to do so, and you take damage equal to the cost of the power.
Oh,
Oh,
So I think what level is that, 2? Or actually,
it's level 1. So,
level,
it
so
costs
2 points. So you take 2 points of damage from casting that.
isn't that
Oh.
like half his HP bar?
Yeah, pretty much.
Do we notice him like all of a sudden like wincing or struggling, or is he shaking it off like a trooper?
I would say that Krellin would definitely Krellin would probably pick up on this, that there is, maybe it's maybe like an 11 style, a little bit of a nosebleed or something. Just something that yeah, there's definitely some strain as you see. I would imagine, Valen, that you probably go into a little bit of a meditation or something, a focused stance and expression, to call it to activate this power. So something that you guys all would have seen a few times so far, and that, yeah, Krellin would probably pick up on this strain.
It's a much more exertion needed for a power.
Yeah.
Okay.
The more asteroids we go to, the higher chance that I'm going to try to kill you there is. Like, at this rate, you're just,
Well,
you're bad luck.
that might be, but give me a fair shot, would you? I gave you one.
So this ship is equipped with, equipment to be out on the surface of the asteroid as needed and whatnot. And you can see that there is a, it does look to be in the distance that there is a, essentially a cavern or whatnot, kind of in one area of this crater, if you will.
Well, I guess I'll lead the way.
I'm assuming we need enviro suits for being out here.
Right.
Okay.
Same as last time. My coat and my hat and my boots are on the outside of my suit.
I like it.
All right. So yes, you step outside, and the air outside is thick with moisture. Tendrils of heavy fog cling to each of you in the ship and whatnot, and it's tough. It's almost tough to even see kind of where you put your feet as you step forward and whatnot. So anyone that it's obviously dark out here, so cracking a glow rod, whatnot, the shadows kind of jump along with the light from that, whatnot, and the place just feels kind of wrong. Valen, from a distance, you sense that the Force was strong in this place. Somehow but somehow that description falls short of what you're feeling now. It comes in waves, not the gentle presence that has so long occupied a place inside of you, but something that rushes in, threatens to overwhelm your senses, and then falls back into a pleasant stasis. Every rush threatens to wash darkness over you, and every retreat brings you back to the light.
So is it like gotta think on that one.
Everyone give me perception checks right now. All right. So, Valen and Lan, you guys are just, there's kind of a lot going on a little bit. Dak, you pick up on something, but you're not sure. Krellin, you recognize the sound, and you pick up the direction as well of just kind of a screaming voices, coming through similar, EVA type suits or whatnot to yours, but whether they have a little bit of a speaker or whatnot, you can hear the sounds of somebody screaming, rushing towards you. So as you guys look out from your ship, you see 4 individuals rushing towards you.
Wonderful.
So you guys come off your ship down in the lower right. Then, yeah, well, second here, some initiative.
I don't like asteroids.
Yeah, we don't seem to have good luck with them.
No. That's putting it lightly. Every time we come to them, we either almost die or Valen starts, his eyes roll back and his head starts spinning and he just turns into the...
Someone
what's the thing
assumes
called?
direct control.
Yeah, pretty much. Assuming direct control.
Lan steps off the ship and loads his rifle and says, "All right, 3 strikes, you're out, asteroids. This is the last time I'm taking a job on this."
I know, right?
Let's get a job blowing this shit up, not inspecting it.
Now you're talking, Valen.
So I guess I kind of break his silence and just kind of tell the group, it's probably the wrong time to tell you, but the force feels a little weird here.
Krellin, did you roll?
Oh, initiative? Thing, because I have smart. 9. Sounds about right. I only roll good out of combat.
All right, so these 4 figures are rushing towards you, just screaming, and you see them all raise up their blasters towards you guys. All right, so this guy is he's going to rush forward here, and he's just gonna throw a blast in at you guys. He sees that's gonna be Krellin first.
It's me.
That is going to miss on the first one with a 10 to hit. Then he'll take a second shot. 13 to hit. Good old rolls. Okay. And the guy, he does move back, get behind cover for a quick second. Actually, no, he doesn't. He actually kind of just goes forward. This guy over here is gonna rush up and shoot at you, Dak, a couple times. Oh my gosh, a 9 to hit and a 10 to hit. Wow. All right, guys. Valen, you are up.
Okay, so not knowing what the force is gonna do makes this a little complicated. First things first, he's gonna draw his double saber and double shoto and activate it,
Okay.
so it's handy. Probably move him out over here. The range on that. Oh, that's bad. Okay, actually what he's going to do, stay right there with his group of friends, and he's going to turn to Lan and attempt to give him guidance.
All right. So give me a wisdom saving throw. All right. You are you as you go to give some guidance, some assistance to your counterpart. You do, in the back of your mind, think of what happened on the ship. But as you reach out, everything seems to happen without any issue.
Okay. And I think he's probably just going to sit tight.
Okay. What so you're just doing guidance?
Yeah, I mean, I think if I just cast a power, that's about all I can do anyway. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this guy up here is gonna start rushing towards the group, and now he's gonna take a couple shots towards Lan. A 23 to hit on the first one, and a 21 on the second one. Finally get a couple of things here. That's gonna be 4 on the first one and 5 on the second one, so 9 total points of damage.
Oof. Okay.
And then one more. Going to come back to you, Krellin. Nat 20 on the first one.
No, that misses.
And then a 16 on the second one.
Yes.
All right, so for the first one, we've got 8 points of energy damage. And 6 points on the second one, so 14 total.
Wonderful. I winced strongly.
Lan, you are up.
All right. Well, I'm gonna shoot the guy who just shot me. That's no good. And I'm racking in a shocking cartridge, so it hurts. And I'll also make him my ranger's quarry, because why not?
All right. 23 will definitely hit. 9 kinetic.
And then another
Couple
2
more.
for ranger's quarry.
Okay.
And he'll need to make a DC 13 Constitution save.
He does, is able to pass that.
Okay, he only takes half of the D4. So he only takes 2 light.
2 more? Okay.
Oh, I thought guidance lets you add that to an attack roll. That's just the human version of it, huh?
Yeah, guidance is just there is another power that does that. I forget what it's called, but I think that does to the attack roll.
I'll check that out.
So, Lan, you could probably put the D4 in there. Surprised it didn't roll in that power.
Yeah, I don't know what it should be in that space. I don't know why it didn't roll it.
That's
I'll have to look and see if I can put the formula.
under shocking cartridge.
Yeah, I have the damage. Oh, I guess I have that on damage 2. Maybe that's where I screwed up.
Yeah. Yep,
Oh,
I bet you that's why.
I'll
So
fix that later.
switch that over. Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Saw that was kind of interesting. All right. Anything else from you?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my bonus action. I'll turn to Valen and say, thanks for calling on your magic, and then I'll slap a tactical barrier onto his back.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
And then I'm just gonna run, take cover behind these rocks here.
All
And
right.
that's it for me.
Very nice. Krellin.
Right. So, check. Just wonderful. I'm going to bonus action dash over here. I can move up to 70s. That was 45 or something. And then just shoot at this guy around the corner. With my pistol. What I roll?
How you
70.
getting up and around behind that?
Oh, sorry. I was gonna use my full movement and then dash.
Oh,
With
okay.
cunning
All
action.
right.
Yeah.
You're good then.
Yeah.
Done.
Sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, and then sorry, which one are you going after?
This one.
This guy? Yep. 17
Yeah.
will hit. Okay,
9.
9 points.
And then use what little I have. Not what. I'm gonna move a little further back.
Okay.
Try and get out of sight, and that'll be my turn.
All right. Dak.
Okay. Dak will go ahead and try to hit the one that Lan was taking some shots at. So he'll draw
right.
his 2 blaster pistols out and start blasting.
First one goes wide with an 8.
All right. Then I'll follow up with the dual wield.
All right. Second shot, 13 just hits. Then the second one with a perfect hit there, a nat 20. So we got a total of 16. Oh, he's on his last leg. Looking very rough. Anything else?
With the way the ship is constructed, would it be feasible to say like I'm gonna take cover like underneath the ship behind like the landing strut or something for like some partial cover?
I would say on this no, because this is going to be landed lower to the ground, and so it would be like there'd kind of be like an opening door here that you would come out, if that makes sense. So yeah, you wouldn't be able to get kind of, yeah, what you're asking, no. You'd have to go around the ship or something like that.
Okay. I will just use my movement then move over to here.
All right.
And now I'm all alone.
All right. So top of the round, this guy here is going to rush forward, and he pulls up his blaster, and he points it towards you, Valen, and you see him kind of like looks like he's gonna shoot it off, and then he looks at it and he gives it a shake as if that's gonna do anything. And he kind of goes again. Nothing happens. Something's up with his blaster. So he instead he will then frustratingly run forward to you with a dash, and that's going to be his turn. But he does kind of flip his blast around. Looks like he's gonna go makeshift melee or something here. But for some reason the blaster is pooped out on him. This other guy here,
down.
same thing. He is coming towards the ship. Again, does the same thing. Blaster does not seem like it works anymore. and he is going to rush towards the ship as well. All right, so Valen, you are up.
Okie dokie. I think, well, since they're right up here, I'll take a swing at that guy. See here.
All right, so you slice out with the lightsaber, and you do hit with a 14.
For Trey.
Oh, rolled
3
the
points
one.
of energy. Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah. Rather roll the 1 there than the attack or a force power.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna do another attack on him with the offhand.
All right, that does hit with a 16.
Boom, boom. Yeah, and
More.
that's just straight d6.
All right.
And, well, that's gonna be a little difficult to peel away from these guys. Taking an awful risk here, Vader. You guys better fucking kill him. I'm gonna hold my ground.
We'll do our best.
All right, just staying there then?
Yeah, against my better judgment. Yes.
Okay. All right, so this guy, he is limping, but he's just gonna rush forward, and get up here, and he gets next to you, Valen. He again also tries to shoot, but his blaster doesn't seem to work, so he's gonna flip over, and he pulls out, some kind of a club, whatever, and he's gonna go ahead and take a swipe at you with that. For a 20 to hit. And then that will be 5 points of kinetic damage. And then this last guy again, he's rushing forward. Well, it's just close, and he is going to also, with a club-like device, 12 to hit. That's definitely gonna miss. So
that misses. Yeah.
right. Lan.
Quick question:
Yeah.
I looked away, and now there's 4.
Is force shield is that considered a force like power or just like a class? It's a class feature, but is it a power as far as like all the other force powers are concerned? Like would it?
Force shield you have with Counselor?
Yeah. I mean, like, does it operate under the same rule set, or is there like a different?
If it's part of the if it's part of your class, then I would say no. Is it your class or a subclass feature?
It's a class feature. Here, I can link it if you want.
Yeah, I guess that would help too.
I just don't know if that's treated like it'd be like casting a force power. If it's
Well, if it's a class feature, then it wouldn't. I think it's more like, at least if you're speaking from a mechanical sense, obviously
Yeah.
from.
No, I wouldn't count that in this sense. So.
Okay.
So if you want to utilize that, you you just get a bonus. It's just your AC. So. But anyway.
Well, I could have blocked that one with 20, but whatever.
Okay. All right, Lan, you are up.
All right. All these guys are grouped up, so Lan's gonna jump out of cover, run over there, and pull out his flamethrower off of his wrist and try to blast these guys with a flame sweep.
All right. Dex saves all around.
Yeah, so they're gonna have to make DC 13 Dex saves.
All right, so the middle guy here saves. The other two just miss. So nothing on a save.
Half damage on a save.
Okay. So guy saved, and the last guy takes full 10. All right. Anything else?
Nope. That's everything I got. I've got 5 feet of movement, so I guess I'll try to step back.
You will have an opportunity attack on you.
Oh, right. That guy's using his gun as a melee weapon. Okay, I gotta stay in range. Never mind.
Okay. All right, Krellin.
Well, things are looking kind of questionable over there. How do I do this thing? Why am I? Yeah, so I guess. I mean, I'll just run to this other rock and I'll shoot the one closest to me as
Okay.
I'm traveling. Where is the pistol?
All right, 16 goes out, and that will hit. 8 kinetic damage.
Need
Nice. So he's definitely looking pretty rough there. He's probably only got 1 left in him.
All right, and then I'll just keep moving around the rock to get closer to Dak, and that'll be my turn.
All right, Dak.
All right, Dak will pop up from behind the rock and yell, "Hang in there, kid!" And I'll take a shot at this one, my blaster.
22 will definitely hit. That will be just enough. Take him down.
All right, and then I will first dual wield shot, try to hit the other one that we hit earlier.
21 will hit. That'll take him down. You had 1 left.
Then let's see. Guess I will just try to hit. Well, I guess theoretically these guys were dropping, so it'd be the next one I would see. So I would try to hit him.
All right, 3rd shot goes out. A lot of people in the way, throwing you off. With an 8 will not hit. Anything else?
All right. Nope. That'll be it for me.
All right. So, next 2 up are the last 2 standing. So this guy next to you, Valen, he is going to, yeah, he's just gonna, pull out his club and take a swing at you with a 16 to hit. I think that's gonna miss, right?
That misses.
All right.
Yep, that +2.
So he swings at you and just kind of hits off that that barrier of yours, and you can see as he's up in your face right now that he just has this look of, he's almost like possessed or enraged or something, that he, he's not even here necessarily to kill you. You're just kind of an obstacle in the way. And so he misses on the attack, and he's going to run away. So you can take an opportunity attack if you want.
I do want to. I want to disable if it becomes lethal.
All right, so as he steps away, you go and try to swipe at him, but it seems that he was able to step away quicker than you were ready for, and you just missed with that 12. The other one is up and sees his counterpart rush away and feels that that might be a course of action as well here, and is going to make his way around and is actually going to dash to get around. And you guys hear on the other side of the ship, it sounds like he's trying to get into the ship. Valen, you're up.
Okay.
Into our ship or just a ship?
Into the ship that your ship, yeah.
Okay.
Is there more than one landing ramp? Like, is it on both sides?
Yeah, yep, they're kind of, kind of like call lift doors.
Okay.
Tesla model, get which one, the SUV
like
van
the-
one?
Got the gull wing doors on it.
There you go, yeah.
Okay.
Whenever I think of gull wing doors, I think of the DeLorean.
There you go, yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Okay. Valen's gonna tell Lan, like, I think he's trying to get in the ship, try to stop him. And then I'm gonna come up here. And I'm gonna make an attack against this guy. Non-lethal.
All right, I swing out, and unfortunately, you strike against his armor a little bit with a bad swing, and the 11 will not hit.
Okay. So let's go for it again. I clicked it. I don't know what it's doing.
There it goes, another
Oh,
11. He's just nimble enough to get out of your way.
Oh, ooh. Down. Okay, yeah. That's
Anything
good.
else?
I'm just gonna keep on his tail.
All right.
I'll probably reposition myself there.
Okay, Lan.
All right, so can I jump up on this ship? I have an athlete feat that helps me with jumping and climbing. I don't know if that'll be enough though.
What would be your total jumping height? Is it like,
Oh, it's based off of strength, right? I forget what the formula is
yeah?
for that.
It was strength score by.
And that's like distance, like long
Yeah.
jump, right? Not like LeBron James
Well, high
vertical.
jump.
Like,
High jump. When you make a
High
high
jump.
jump, you leap into the air a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier. It does say if you move at least 10 feet on foot before. What's your strength
You're
modifier?
not going far, are you?
My strength modifier is 2, so I'm assuming 5
5
feet. would
feet?
be enough.
Yeah.
that's still,
But
still
I
pretty high
mean,
up jump.
Yeah.
I don't know how big the ship is, like how high the ship is, but I can make a running high jump after moving only 5 feet. So I figure
okay.
with this feat, so I figured I could run up here. That's 5 feet.
I
Try
mean,
to
like,
jump
well,
off.
on the back side, we'll say is
Sure.
like kind of those wings. We'll utilize this token as much as it is there, and so you would definitely be able to get up on that.
I'm gonna try to take a pot shot at this guy from on top of the ship, keep him from getting in.
All right. So yeah, he has not gotten the door open yet, but he's definitely looking to try and do that. So you aim down on him and do connect with a 14
All right.
and 16. Nice hefty hit there. He's definitely looking pretty rough at this point.
All right. That ends my turn.
All right, Krellin.
Right. So, taking a cue from Lan, I will. Sorry, let me read how this works. Okay, so it's half my speed. I mean, the wording says I fly, so I can fly up to half my speed.
Oh, are you,
35. How does that work? Wait, I can fix this.
What's your
Wait, no, Dex.
what's your speed?
So it's 35. So I mean that's a long thing, but basically I can take 2 big leaps, essentially. You know, like a ninja bouncing off walls type thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna try and I don't know. I'll just bonus action dash, but then as I run up to this, dash doesn't affect this, but use my regular movement. I will try to like basically just do a double jump up on top of this thing. because this is the only time it'll ever be relevant in the campaign. I was looking at this feature. I'm like, oh, this is kind of situational. So I will jump up there for 1, and then can I try to jump and leap on top of the guy? Like hit him with my stick.
Do you have movement to get to him?
I will measure this. How do you? There's a way to snap it, right? So, save bonus action dash 20, and then what? Like, yeah, I would have enough to get there.
Okay. Yeah.
Between it, I have 70 total.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna try to basically just jump down on him with my stick and just knock him out.
Okay.
If possible. So I don't know. Does this require a roll or what is this?
Yeah, just give me an attack roll. I mean, if that's what
wonderful.
you're doing.
Yes. Oh.
All right, so you jump down and you are just able to connect with him. Go ahead and give me damage there. The 13.
Okay.
All right, and are you doing non-lethal?
Yeah, but I am gonna. I mean, if it doesn't take him out, I'm gonna try to do the electrocute thing to.
Okay, it does knock him out.
Yeah, I'm just trying to knock him out.
Okay, so he is out.
Krellin from the top rope with the chair.
Dak.
All right. Dak is going to use his movement to move out to here and get a line on this guy that's still here and fire his blaster at him.
Right, with Valen and the ship in the way, puts you off, and a 10 will miss.
All right, I'll do some dual wield.
19 will hit. 4 energy there. And a 12, unfortunately, will just miss on your follow.
I'll use one of. Actually, no, I won't. Let's let it go.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that'll be it.
All right, so this guy here against you, Valen, he's going to turn back towards you, Valen, and take a swipe here with his object, his club, and that is going to miss. Then he's going to turn and just run around the corner here. Yeah.
Do I have a reaction? Like, has it come back around yet?
Yes, it has. So you can make an option attack.
Non-lethal.
All right. So he gets away just in time, out of the reaches of your blade, and rushes forward. This guy's knocked out. Valen, you are up.
Okay, I'm just gonna follow hot on his heels and go for broke. Non-lethal again to that guy.
All right, nat
There we
20.
go.
That'll do.
That'll do.
That
baby.
will take him out. Oh.
Okay.
You incapacitate him, and he slumps to the ground next to his counterpart there, up against the side of the ship. And that brings us out of combat.
First thing I want to do is to take the weapons away from these two dudes. Just every weapon they've got. Just in case they come to, they don't have anything to attack us with.
Okay. Go ahead, and anyone that wants, you can give me a investigation check.
Okay.
Well, I tried.
All right. So, yeah. So they have these environment suits, whatnot, as obviously needed to be here on the asteroid. Beyond that, you do find their blasters. Each one had a a simple blaster, and then they did have a just a not even like a vibro weapon, just kind of like some kind of it almost looks like a makeshift club, something just to once they realized that they didn't have anything, that's all.
Are their power packs drained?
So yeah, I'll say along with your investigation, you realize that yeah, it seems that their power pack just was depleted.
Okay.
The ones that are dead, can I try to pull one of them out of their suit to see if I can find any kind of ID or identification things on them, or like a uniform or anything inside the suit?
Yeah, if you'd like. So you begin to basically pull off the suit, and then the unfortunate, grotesque effect of atmosphere or lack of whatever on a human body takes place. And from here, you can dig around in these messy remains now and look around to try and find some information. You do find on this one figure an ID, and that identifies this thug, if you will, as that. Just his name is Detiz, D-E-T-I-Z. And you see that call it a dog tag, if you will, and the in addition to his name, there is a symbol that give me a quick lore check, Dak. At advantage.
All right, I'll do that again.
All right, 4 to a nat 20. So, you recognize this symbol as of the Brotherhood. And the Brotherhood is a group of thugs and pirates and whatnot that are kind of out in the asteroid field.
Okay.
Do find themselves out there.
Dak was kind of sighed to himself. Pirates. I hate pirates.
Usually they're not the best company to keep.
Not in my experience.
You recognize them?
It looks like this group is part of the Brotherhood.
Have I heard of them?
Give me a lore check.
Is this not? My character sheet is blank. There we go. Oh, roll 20. I love all your.
There you go. So
weird
yes,
issues.
you would be familiar with this as well. You just know them, as I said, a group, another pirate group that kind of has been found out in the asteroid belt as well. A rival only in concept to Narama and some other ones, but nowhere near the strength or size or whatever, things like that.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else?
I think I'll take care of myself. I'm gonna use the trauma kit to restore 1d6 plus 7 hit points to myself. Gets
Are
added
you
to
able
full-
to do that to others?
Yes. And that's what I turned to the rest of the group. I said, if you guys need any touching up, now's the time.
I could use some aid. And you
Oh,
just see him probably like riddled with wounds, kind of limping.
So it's 1d6 plus 4 and then plus your max number of hit die. So that should be 3, right?
Yes.
So, okay, so 1d6 plus 7 for you, Krellin. Ooh, you got a 1. That sucks.
That's 8 more than I had. I'll take it.
There you go. Dak? Do you
Nope.
need any help?
I am good.
Lan? Just waving the trauma kit.
Oh, that's right. We can't see
Yeah,
the
I could use
can't see each other's health bars
use
again.
a bit.
Are we supposed to be able to?
No.
I thought we were supposed to see the bars, not the number.
There you go.
I'll have to probably relink all that stuff. So why is this?
So, to ask, what do we want to do with these two?
Wait for him to wake up and interrogate him. Maybe they know where. What was his name? Marcus? Len Marcus went to?
I would suggest perhaps we restrain them before we wake them up.
You got any rope?
I believe so.
I do not.
Land drops some rope, draws out some rope, and starts tying one of these guys up.
Should we do it inside the ship? Or, well, I'm just trying to think how we'd talk to them if they're. Whatever.
Oh, I have one binders item, so I'll just put handcuffs, aka binders, on one of these guys.
Well, that's far less dark than what I was going to do. We'll go with that. Krellin would say that out loud.
Yeah, probably best to avoid the dark.
I mean, I think my method would have scared them.
Yeah,
Okay.
but they already seem kind of. I don't know.
Fine, I'll use it next.
All right, so you were able to bind them up. You guys inside your ship? Still doing this outside?
I assume we drag them back in.
Okay.
Just easier to manage.
All right. So after a bit, you're able to. One of them kind of comes out of it, and he just you see this, panic and rage in his eyes, and he just immediately starts fighting against the restraints, kind of just screaming and yelling and whatnot, looking around.
So I'll kneel down in front of him, just kind of like, knock it off. We're not here to hurt you. Just want to
Unless
talk.
we need to.
You just get back from him, just like incoherent babbling. He just doesn't really say too much. He's just, you just kind of pick up on a few things here and there, just talking about the shadows and the darkness, the darkness, the shadows, 6 shadows, no light.
Shadows.
Well, this is going well.
He's just like, must get off, must leave. Ships are destroyed. We must have your ship.
Well, you're not getting our ship. But if you sit tight, be good little boys, we'll take you back with us. We'll get you off. But we're still here to do something, and we're not leaving until we do it.
Why are we giving the pirates free passage off this rock? They
Well-
did just try to kill us.
Who said it was free?
Well, if we leave them here, they're gonna die. And
And
Can
I'm
you not
totally
hear them?
okay with that.
They're babbling. They're clearly gone out of their minds.
They're
Maybe
pirates.
maybe they wouldn't have attacked us otherwise.
They're
They're pirates. I'm pretty sure they would have.
They just wouldn't have done it so stupidly.
He
Maybe-
continues to just kind of babble a little bit to himself, kind of repeating the same things over and again. He sometimes gets a little bit louder, but then kind of goes back, just kind of talking to himself, straining against the restraints, but giving up when it seems that he's not going to be able to. He just continues to babble on and on.
I just want to focus back in on him and just kind of ask him very pointedly, where is Len Marcus?
You see him as soon as you say that. He like, it looks like he like, because I assume he's seated. He starts scooting backwards as if you just pointed a gun in his face. And just the name just strikes a look of fear over his face.
How many eyes did these 6 shadows have?
He just kind of shakes his head. He says, "There's no eyes. There's just shadows, just darkness, no light."
Get down in his face and just go, Lynn Marcus, Lynn Marcus, Lynn Marcus.
He just closes his eyes and in it just is not having it.
God damn
So
it, Dak.
clearly, me and Dak are the sociopaths of this group. He wants to psychologically torture them, and I was like going to threaten killing them in a horrible way.
Well, Dak's not a big fan of pirates, so.
Colin's neutral about everyone here. He's just, he's in it to learn. It's about the ends, not the means.
Had some bad run-ins in the past recently with pirates, so.
Well, I revere all life, even pirate life, as low of a life as it might be. They're still living. I have to
Krellin rolls his eyes.
Perhaps I can use some of these pirates and some information they have to my advantage in the future. We'll keep them alive for now, as long as they're useful.
Ah, you heathens. That's probably the best I'm gonna get. So, as long as you're not actively trying to kill them.
All right. So, are you doing anything with the 2 that you have? Or did you only bring the 1 on the ship?
We kill them. We can't leave them on the ship.
Can't kill them.
Fine. We can't kill them. I can kill them.
Can we at least maybe...
Is there somewhere that they could be well, I mean...
Didn't they come here with their own ship? Why don't we lock them in their ship? And then that way they're there.
Good
and
idea.
Out of the way,
You
and
go
not
find
destroying our ship. Well, they said a ship. Okay, I'm gonna ask the guy. I'm like, where's your ship?
There's just more incoherentness. He's just babbling on, talking about the shadows, talking about the darkness, just saying that he must get off the asteroid.
And we didn't see it when we came in, right? Like we just found
you kind of
ship.
noticed it when you guys landed. You and Krellin saw it well enough, but yeah, you feel it'd be
way out of our reach to.
Yeah, it's it would definitely be a little bit out of the way. I mean, you're walking and dragging a babbling idiot, so.
I can't condone killing them. I just can't.
Is there any way to completely seal them up in something in the ship?
Yeah, there's like some storage areas in your guys' current ship vessel that you'd be able to kind of put them in there and be able to lock them up in there. Leave them bound as is.
I don't like it, but I have an idea, and it sure as hell beats the alternative of killing them. Is there a way I could whip up some sort of anesthetic that would knock them out for a few hours? Reliably?
I am not sure.
Me either.
So just
Give
just
me
out of character. Oh, sorry. I
give
was just gonna say,
me a check with your bio implements or whatever the hell they're called.
Okay. Is which attribute is that?
I will let this be wisdom. All right. So you go through your supplies and you think that you put together something that will do what you're after and essentially knock them out.
Okay. And I got enough for both of them.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll go inject them one by one with this, and then wait to see how long, see if it's taking effect.
Okay. Well, one
And
of
once
them, the other one, you guys didn't kind of rustle awake, so the other one was still knocked out.
Okay.
But the other one, he eventually quiets down and then does seem to, pass out.
Okay. And now I will turn to the other guys and go, all right, well, I'm the doctor and I just knocked them out. And I got a gimp arm, so if you two could just, haul them into that supply closet and secure them, that'd be great.
Yeah, Lan nods and starts dragging one of these guys in there.
All right, so you throw them in there. It's essentially an empty storage area. Throw them in there. They are still both bound. And closing the door behind that and locking them in there is easy enough to do. So,
Is there a way to actually lock it so that they can't get out unless we punch is it a one-sided door code, I guess I should ask?
yeah, we'll say that. Yeah, set up enough that way.
So we have to. Okay. Perfecto. There. Now everybody wins, right? Except them, but.
I mean, I've learned a lot about myself as a player in this last 10 minutes. I'm like one of the sociopathic players, not like the chaotic neutral kind of player, but my ideas were so much darker than anything you guys suggested. When you were how do we get them to stay here? My suggestion was that we find some kind of box or something to put them on, and I'll use my grappling hook and tie it around their neck and the wing of the ship, and if they move, they have nowhere to go. It would have worked.
Oh man. By the Sith, that's dark.
All right, so what are you guys up to now?
Going to die in the darkness?
So you said we saw a cave, right? When we came in? Is that
Yeah, essentially,
cavern
yep.
or something?
Is that where these guys came from, that direction?
Somewhat, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if we're all, healed up, ready to move out, might as well do what we're here to do. The sooner we get out of here, the better. I don't like the feel of this place.
And the sooner we can find this Marcus, the sooner we get the hell out of here.
Did you see how they reacted when we said his name?
Yeah, I quite enjoyed that.
I mean, yeah, but.
All right, so you guys heading off to the cavern on the asteroid?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So as you guys head off the ship once more, the fog greets you again, and you head towards the cave opening nearby, and begin to step inside to the dark cave area of this asteroid and begin to explore that. As you make your way through the tunnels of I-9, the shadows seem to pull back, revealing uneven rock walls roughly cut from the asteroid's core. The further you go, the smoother the walls become, and you realize that you may not be alone. Let's take a quick break there, and then we'll come back and wrap up our last hour and see what that has in store for you guys. So,
Okay.
Right
Like
on.
5
Alright.
minutes or something.
yeah, a couple minutes. Yep.
try that later.
Alrighty, so you guys have just headed back into, or headed into the caves here of this asteroid, and once again are greeted by the initial rough cave walls, but then they get smoother as you go deeper in. Give me perception checks as you guys make your way in.
See, I went first. Rolled bad. See, it's that's why you always wait.
Good good checks here and there by the group. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Valen, as you are keeping your wits about you, looking through, you notice a pair of shadowy figures, whatnot, vaguely humanoid, but not really like a body, you know, standing in the corridor ahead of you. And then the pair of shadows then move off to either side and seem to disappear among the shadows of the rocks and whatnot. Lan, you, as that has Valen's attention, you're looking around as well, and you pick up on something on the walls to the left and right, carvings. And as you put more attention to it, they seem to look like letters or glyphs, if you will.
Do these look like the glyphs from the asteroid where we found those six-eyed aliens originally? There were some glyphs there too.
They do not. They look different. So you guys would recall, Lan, I think you did the you were kind of getting into the data pad of the lens data pad, and you know, one of the last bits of information that you were able to pull was a little like journal entry, if you will, and you think back to that. The glyphs kind of jog your memory here. As the entry said, translations of glyphs throughout the belt reference what I believe is roughly the Dark Staff. It sounds like an object of great power. So that's kind of what you think of when you see these glyphs.
Lan turns to Valen and says, "What are you feeling off of this corridor here?"
What do I feel off this corridor? Just a passive, like, is there anything that just kind of comes at you on its own in the Force, or?
So things seem relatively normal in here. It comes and goes in waves, but any sense of darkness is nowhere near as threatening as it was in kind of that cavern area where you landed. So yeah, definitely a bit different there.
Okay. I was like, well,
The so the glyphs, once Lan, you kind of point those out. You know, they are wavy lines, circles, slashes. You know, definitely very foreign and alien to any of you.
and those shadowy figures, do those look at all reminiscent of the ones that we fought before we got to the symbiote, whatever it was, from our last adventure? You remember we fought those shadowy forms that look like us? Like, are they similar?
Right. No, they do not. They're even less less defined, I guess. You know, as in a humanoid shape. You know.
Okay.
So.
Do they seem hostile in any way?
Like,
just based on their movement? Does
yeah.
it look
Give me an
aggressive?
insight check.
Okay.
Natty 1.
Wow.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
a 7
you're
on
just
that
not
one.
sure. You you think that they're just a pair of shadows.
Don't know, Lan. I don't know.
So, Lan, as you continue to kind of look over these symbols and whatnot, as you stand here in the corridor, it seems that one of the symbols on the wall begins to expand. As you focus on this, you realize, though, that the symbol is not doing anything, but the shadow that's beside it. Before you're able to react, there is a human, sized shadow that steps out of a shadow in the rock that couldn't have been more than 10 centimeters in height and stands before you. So it comes out, a human-sized shadow comes out of a lower shadow, a small shadow, and it just kind of stands there before you against the wall.
I try to touch it.
Okay. So as you reach out to the shadow, it reacts a little bit. It doesn't jerk away, but you can see a little bit of a movement of initial hesitance and whatnot, and then each of you are hit with essentially visions or images, and they cycle through. It starts with a chart of a solar system, 6 planets, one far out of the plane from the others. The image changes to a gas giant, visible at noon near the horizon, with bright and glorious colors. Next image is a humanoid creature in a protective suit of some kind, carrying a about a meter-long black rod. And it seems that the rod sucks the light from the room all around it. Next, you see the next vision image is that black rod fitting into a massive machine and a panel slamming shut, and then this machine seems to whir to life. Then goes to an image of a planet just seeming to shudder and quake. Waves rise, mountains fall, then a massive explosion in terror and painful silence. The last image that comes to you is once again a chart of a solar system. 5 planets, one far out of the plane of the others, and an asteroid belt.
Lan whispers, Sublari.
Excuse me. Bless you. I'm not sure.
What? Nothing. I didn't say anything.
Val, I think you're on mute.
I didn't realize that. Sorry.
Alan makes sure his gun is loaded.
It's like, I think you know what you're talking.
I think it was on the other asteroid where there's no sound.
Yeah.
I was to say, I actually do know a bit about them. They were those husks that we found. They were called the Sibyllari. Pull up my notes.
This shadow. Okay, sorry. You're not saying that's what this is, right? You're just talking about that.
I'm just saying the Sibyllari. Yeah.
Okay.
They were the.
So
things
this
that we found.
figure, you guys are hit with these images, and as you come back out of it, back into the room where you are, this figure still stands before you. This shadow.
So it doesn't appear hostile. It's not making any move towards us.
How
Nope.
close is it to us?
Just a couple arms reaches out, as Lana stepped forward to go up to it.
I will approach it.
Okay.
And if it lets me, I'm gonna like try poking it. You know, like they're just.
So it kind of it pulls back a little bit, but it takes your hand kind of goes through it a little bit, and you are then hit with some further images and whatnot. The first one you see is once again this. As you connect with the shadow, you get a strong sense of fear and frightening feelings of with visions of the black rod that you saw in your visions before. Again, the black rod that just seems to be absorbing light around it, and along with that, you just get this sense of fear.
Are we all getting the vision, or just the person that touched?
You all got that initial
Shadow.
vision.
Okay, but this
Yeah,
next
you
one
all
is
got that
just-
initial vision, but now Krellin has just gotten this one.
Okay.
All right. He will take a couple steps back from the thing, turn around to them, and say, "If you want more creepy visions, just touch this thing. If you don't. And he's gonna rejoin the group."
I'm all full up on my creepy vision allotment for today.
Lan touches it.
Okay, so yeah.
Lan's like, "Fuck yeah!"
As you go through and as you connect with the shadow, you are hit with a vision. You see a male figure that passes through your eyes, very, very pale, pale skin and whatnot. You see that the figure goes through this room with a number of shadows, and it seems that he walks through one of these shadows. Give me a perception check. Lan. 20, nice. Okay, so you pick up that you definitely assume that this is Len Marcus, given the description of the figure, but then you do pick up that there's specifically 6 shadows within this room.
So he walked through one of the 6 shadows
Yes.
to get into the room.
No, he walked through one of the shadows in the room. He was
Oh,
in a
in the
room
room.
with
Okay.
6 shadows, and he walked through one of them.
Okay. Lynn sees this vision and kind of steps back and says, I saw him. I saw Lynn. I saw him with the 6 shadows in a room. We got to find this room. And I think we gotta walk in these shadows' shoes.
As you're telling the group the rest of this, you guys are all hit with another vision, and now you see 6 shadows that move around, and they're just kind of like crossing over each other or whatnot. And then the vision of an exploding planet is shown to you again. And then you come out of it.
Is that the one we're looking for? You said he walked. Did you tell us that, Lan? That you saw?
Yeah.
I was like, did you see which one he actually walked through?
They all look the same. Just 6
Oh.
shadows.
Okay.
Balin, you are hit with a vision upon
shit.
your inquiry here of the black rod that you all saw in your vision. That you're in a room, you go through a shadow, and then you see the black rod behind it. It basically comes out of there into vision. So as if you go through these shadows, and then that's where this black rod is.
At the black rod. Okay.
We need to find this dark staff. We need to find it quick.
Yeah. If they all look the same, how do we know which one to go through, though?
Maybe we can ask the shadow. Maybe the shadow can show us the way.
So we'll just
Dak,
look at the shadow.
as you mentioned this right on cue, you are hit with another vision of shadowy forms within a room, much wispier, less dense than these other shadow figures. And they seem to hover kind of more in the central area of the room that has been thus far described to you all.
Maybe if we wish for like 1,000,000 credits and then look at the shadow. Uh, I am tempted to reach out with the Force, but also don't like a bloody nose.
Lan's gonna try to just step into this shadow that's here. Same way he saw Len do it.
So you step forward and you just you get a quicker version of your initial initial vision, just kind of blast through that quickly, but you're like now like nose right up against the rock wall because the figure had kind of stepped out against that.
Yeah, Lan bumps his head and looks really embarrassed.
You as you step back though, the shadow does move a little bit, like in the direction of the down the corridor, and as you guys turn your attention that way, you see that you know, there's kind of some low hanging area in there, but it looks like the corridor does open up. The tunnel widens before you.
Lan's just walking forward. He's got his hollow recorder out, and he's just compelled.
Okay. So as you head towards this, you do have to duck underneath a very low-hanging ceiling of the area, but it opens up quite a bit. And you're struck with a little bit of deja vu as this area looks like that room from your one vision with the shadows. And in the distance of this room, you see these 6 door-shaped, vaguely door-shaped shadows against the wall. In the middle of the room greets you this dark mist kind of swirling in the middle of the room. And as you step forward and get kind of to the edge of this room, if you guys are all following behind him, behind Lan.
Yeah, I'll follow behind Lan.
Okay.
Just
So
keeping an eye out for things.
as each of you step forward into this area in your native tongue, you hear these words: life to death, death to life, all else to madness. The shadows on the wall begin to shift, moving atop each other, moving around, and then settle into place once more along the wall. So they shift around, they don't go back to where they were, they kind of shift to a new place. Valen, you definitely get immediately uncomfortable as you step forward into this area.
I've already been uncomfortable here. This is more uncomfortable. Uncomfortable squared. So, does it give off any sort of sense in the Force?
What specifically? Just the room, or?
Yeah, I guess the way I'm trying to think of it is like there's some stuff that's so powerful that you can't help but feel it. You don't even have to be looking for it. It just hits you. And there's other stuff where you've got to kind of dig for it and reach for it. I guess I'm looking more for like are we in the room with the shadows or the corridor or a corridor?
You're in that room with the 6 door shadow doors.
So I guess does it seem like there's darkness or even the light coming from them?
So the dark side is it's not strong here, but it does have an unmistakable presence. Kind of soot in the air, oil in a pond, if you will.
Oh, okay. So it's there, it's just not everywhere. Okay. Is that odd? I don't know. I don't know what it would actually feel like. That sounds odd to me. So, all right. I'm probably not going to use the force here.
Well, should we start walking through doors?
You first.
Well, what do we? Is there any distinguishing mark on the doors? I'm sorry if you said that and I didn't catch it.
So the yeah, give me well, as you look through in looking at the doors or the things there, you can, it seems that it looks to be some sort of a image or symbol above them, but it's kind of tough to see them because there is this mist kind of in your way. You'd have to get to the other side of the mist to go and specifically investigate those.
I guess I'll look at Lan. I'll be like, should we? I'll go first.
As you step forward and you step into this lighter, wispier mist, just immediately feel cold. Shimmering black around you is just very cold. And you half hear and half feel something in your head. It tugs at you, a question in a voice that sounds more alien, excuse me, more alien than anything you can imagine. And it's not so much a word as a question. Why?
Why? I get Len Marcus. That's who we're I guess somehow like we're looking for a dude. That's why.
The coldness seems to slightly intensify and then subsides. And it seems that in front of you, the mist seems to dissipate a little bit, allowing you seemingly to, kind of let you go forward.
Okay. So I guess I'll cautiously step forward.
Okay.
Just looking out for more of those visions.
You see the 6 shadows before you now, and then they they kind of go into a shift one more time, kind of moving around.
Oh. Uh-oh.
And then just fall into place against the wall.
It's like that room in the Harry Potter book. So do I see the symbols?
You would see them now, yes. The rest of you guys doing anything?
I'll head
You
through
would
the
have
mist.
seen Valen walk forward and just kind of stop in the mist for a second, and then because you can see a little bit through this, you do see him move forward. And I guess you would have heard him as well mention Len Marcus's name and whatnot and whatnot. But yeah, so Krellin, as you step through, same thing happens to you. You just feel cold, and then you just get this voice that you hear and feel just speaking out to you. Why?
Why not? I don't know. He doesn't say, I don't know. That's me. I don't know. Why not? He's here for the fun of it.
The coldness intensifies and then dissipates, and eventually the shadow opens up, or the wisp opens up, and you see Valen in clear view on the other side.
I will approach it.
Okay. Lan and Dak.
All right, well, Lan turns to Dak and says, I gotta do it for the video. And then he walks in.
Do it for the gram. So you step forward, and again, you get this strong sense of cold, and a voice comes to you. Why?
Lan takes a moment, takes a deep breath, and says, I have to know what happened to your people.
The cold for you goes away, and a very comfortable warmth comes over you. You know, and then the thing opens up, and you walk through.
Lan just kind of strides through with a little pep in his step. It's like, yeah, it's pretty nice.
Dak's just gonna mutter to himself and say, "This isn't worth 500 credits," and then to take a step into the mist.
You now, I don't know if you would you have shared. I guess I should have done this beforehand, but would you have shared your vision of basically this specific image? Because Dak,
the
you
one I
had the
had
vision of
yeah. I would have
okay.
told the group.
Okay, so
Which
anyway,
one was that?
so because he had asked, I forget what you had specifically said that triggered this. If there was like, what'd you say, like
What
something in
did
the
I-
way, or
Oh, I think I asked if the maybe the shadow can tell us where to
something.
go, where the room was, or yeah,
Something
basically
like
ask the
that.
shadow
Okay.
to show us the way. Yeah.
All right, yeah, and then he had a vision of essentially a, what you guys are seeing, this less shadowy, wispy shape in front of you. So, but anyway, Dak, you step in, you get hit with this cold feeling, and you also finally, lastly, hear and feel why.
You brought us here. You tell me why.
There is, a moment, the coldness intensifies a little bit and then subsides, and then the wisp dissipates, and you are able to step through into the clearness with the three others. So now that you are all, you get together, Valen, you have been kind of looking at these doors, closer inspection of them, and you see the following above each one. One of them has a planet, lush and green and full of life. Another one has a planet, rocky and barren and small. A third, emptiness, through which small rocks float. The next door has a planet, craggy and oddly shaped, wandering back and forth up and down. The next one has a frozen desert planet, orbited by a frozen moon. And the last shadowy door has a swirling gas giant.
Swirling gas giant. What was the second to last one? Desert planet?
A frozen desert planet, orbited by
Frozen.
a frozen moon.
Frozen desert. Orbited by...
So, you guys, give me lore checks, please.
Lore checks. Okay. All that fancy
Wow,
book
look at all-
learning I did's paying off.
Look at all those high scores. And here I come with a low one. Oh,
Hey!
Ah,
All right, so you guys have spent some time around here in the Kularan system. You very quickly point out or recognize that these are representations of the planets of the Kularan system. You have the first one, the lush green, is Kularan itself. The next one, which is the rocky, barren, and small planet, is Aceleris. Next, the floating rocks is the asteroid belt, of course. And then you have the craggy, oddly shaped planet, which is going to be Morjakar. And then map, so we can look at that. There is the last one you recognize as Genarius. Dak and Lan, you guys would get that one right away. So the fifth one, the second to last one, the frozen desert planet orbited by a frozen moon. Valen, this one, you know, it wouldn't come to you guys right away, but you all have done your studies here to know that at least you've heard of this. And then Valen, this would make a lot of sense for you being on Elmas a lot, is that is Elmas.
Like way back when?
Yes. So you would know the history enough of Elmas that that was before things were essentially terraformed and converted to the planet it is today.
So no, what is that? Kulathan grass?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. So I guess we're left with the question of which one's the right one. Let's see. I took notes, but I don't know if we've got. I'm assuming we shared all of this with each other, but I don't know. I wrote down a lot. Sorry. Taking better notes this session. So life to death, and death to life, all else to madness. Is that madness the same as those dudes that we encountered in the beginning?
Could be.
I guess that's more put to the group than the DM.
I suppose we'll find out.
Oh, what do you make of this, Mr. Investigator?
I have no idea. There's just a bunch of shadow monsters everywhere and cold things.
I'll say one more thing. You guys would know that you guys would know where the asteroid belt came from. So if anybody, before I mention that, if anybody actually knows.
I think I know outside of character, but I don't know if I would know in character.
One of the planets went boom, right?
Yes.
Got destroyed somehow, yeah. Wait. Wasn't there a vision of an exploding planet? Ah, there was.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they got shared.
Obelisk?
Okay, so which one is it? Is it life to death or death to life? Or is it madness? Just like, this is the problem with symbols, it's so vague. And then creepy shadow visions, that doesn't help. Well, I guess that would be a planet dying is pretty. And is that life to death? It was living and then it died? Or is that death to life as in like death to life? Or something coming back from the dead?
If this asteroid belt is the remains of that planet, then what we're on used to be part of that planet, right?
Yes.
These are chunks. These are chunks of that exploding planet that created these asteroids.
Right.
So I guess, Todd, with what I learned about the Sibylari, Is that entirely accurate?
Say that again.
So what I learned from the Sibyllari, or about the Sibyllari, is that entirely true? That this whole asteroid belt is only the planets that were here? 'Cause I think it mentioned that they were like in something. Yeah, their ability to sense the Force warned them about an impending threat that would destroy their homeworld.
Right.
They created shielded complexes.
The information that you gained on that doesn't necessarily relate. Yes, I would say.
Okay.
And did we say one of the doors here corresponds to the planet that blew up?
There's one for each within the Elmas system, including the asteroid belt. So there's 6
Okay.
doors. You've got Esalaris, Kularin, Morjakar, Genarius, Elmas, and then the asteroid belt.
I don't know if I was gonna pick a door, then I guess I'd pick that one that represents the belt and the
The belt.
Agreed.
Well, I'd say it's a 50-50 chance, either the destroyed planet or the belt.
I think the asteroid belt is the destroyed planet,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I thought he...
So I'd say yeah, we're thinking
So
we're
it's
thinking the
100%,
same thing.
right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So,
I misunderstood.
well, shall we?
Lan, I bet you get a great shot if you walk through that doorway.
Don't mind if I do. And he goes right in.
None of us, we don't want to, ruin your shot. You should go in first. Get a nice panoramic.
If you wanted to look,
Land smiles and nods to you, Krellin, and says, I thank you for the consideration. You just go straight in.
All right. You're going through the one with the asteroids above it?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So,
and reroll your character.
Lan disappears, going through the shadow. How about the rest of you guys?
Well,
Get on comms. Lan, you there? Still there?
Land doesn't answer.
I'll
Because
follow.
Lan.
Because he's dead.
If we die, we die together. I'll confidently walk through.
All right.
Oh.
TPK.
So,
Yeah, Krellin just like, I don't wanna die.
Lan and Valen, you guys are in darkness currently.
It's just straight dark. Like just
Yes.
symbiote caught up to us.
Do we hear anything?
You do not. It's very unpleasant. Valen, the dark side is very strong in this place.
Oh,
However,
okay.
you both, Lan and Valen, you do get a sense that you did choose the correct door.
Okay.
The
Do we see each other?
well, I'd assume if you have like
Got little miner's lights on our.
yeah,
EVs
whatever.
here.
If you got your lightsaber out or glow rod, so there's enough of
Oh.
that, yeah. But
I was mistake. I thought it was like just like we could be in a completely brightly lit corridor, but
Right,
our
no,
vision
nope.
is
nope, you're just amongst yourselves.
standard vision.
Yeah, but then this feeling, this darkness, whatever, it definitely surrounds both of you, and it just seems like it wants to be, part of you.
Not gonna let that happen.
Dackle. Look at Krellin. Look at the door. Again, just shake his head and mutter 500 credits, and walk in through the door that Valen and Lan went through.
All right, so you come alongside them, and same thing as you step through. It's very dark and unpleasant, and you just get this, sense of darkness kind of consuming you. But you, again, as the others, know that this was the right choice.
All right. Krellin stands there for a few seconds and contemplates turning around, leaving, letting them all die on this asteroid, and telling Narama that there was nothing he could do. But I mean, he doesn't care about their lives, but he can't turn down a great mystery like this, right? So he goes through the door.
Give me a perception check, please.
Me?
Yeah.
15.
So you turn around as you're contemplating what to do here, and you turn back and you step forward to go through a door, but you realize that the shadows shifted as you were kind of thinking to yourself, and you almost go through one of the other doors, but realize at the last second and step over to one of the other doors that has the asteroid symbol above it, and you go through that, meeting your counterparts. And again, you are also greeted with this darkness, this unpleasantness, but this affirmation that this was the correct choice. So you all stand here in this corridor here. You do see a very dim light in the far distance, but again, as I said, the dark side is very strong here. And the darkness calls to you, each of you, it beckons. It seems like it would just be so easy to just to open up to it, easy to give in. Everything would be easier if you gave in. The waves of darkness are all around you, and it's hard to concentrate. And you all sit there and find yourselves wondering, do you embrace this darkness to clear your mind? That's where we'll end tonight's session.
Okay. We didn't die.
Hello, darkness,
Yet.
my old friend.
Indeed.
So is it too early for us to know what would happen if we went in the other one?
I don't think so. Like, I think,
There's no chance of us having to revisit that whole.
I think... No, I don't think so. So yeah, it would have been bad news on two of them. So well, one option you chose, the right one was the one you chose, and that was related to death to life. Life to death would have related to Kularan. So that stepping into the planet that provides life would have led to death. And then all others leads to madness. So
Okay.
that
that
would have been a fun
Straight up
little.
would have killed you.
So
Yeah.
well, in this, you know, it wouldn't have been a death in this, but yeah, you would have been down and out. So
Ooh.
yeah.
Okay. Well, that was close, I guess. Oh wow. So the madness, you would have ended up like those other dudes? You just would have been
Partly, yeah.
deranged or...
Yep.
Huh. Wow. Is there like a like an insanity mechanic? Is there something like that?
So actually I was looking it up because that's what they say that would apply here, or those guys as well. And there's not like, there is one I think in 5e that I don't know if is that in DMG or is it in Xanathar's?
I don't know. I remember seeing it on, I think, one of the it might have been the DMG. There's a
One of those has
an item that's got sentience and it'll drive you crazy the longer you hold it or something like that.
Yeah, one of the like awakened weapons or whatever. Is
Yeah.
that what they're called?
Mhm.
Something like that. Yeah, they're really
Yeah.
not something you want to screw around with.
So, but yeah. So I was looking that up because like this is obviously a different system, and so it doesn't. The mechanics wouldn't be the same, but yeah. Guess perhaps I had faith that you guys wouldn't get there, but would have been fun. So, all right, well, good session. You guys will, yeah, we'll finish this out next week, and finally, for now, be done with asteroids maybe. and move on from there. And
Can
All
we
the
reform this
asteroids.
planet
So-
yet? Like, can we just put it back together? Like
Right?
Humpty Dumpty, just
so
no
the
more.
next
we need a whole
week,
bunch of Star Wars glue.
yeah, next week will be good. There's gonna be some crazy shit go down, so I'm excited, looking
Wonderful.
forward to it.
The
Nice.
symbiote comes back?
So, what's that?
Symbiote coming back?
Sorry,
The
you cut
shadow
out.
thing we-
Oh, the shadow. Yeah, maybe. You never know.
I just
So-
want the spider suit. I just want to be able to do some cool shit with that. Okay, so till next week then.
All right.
Um,
yes. So we'll
all right.
see you guys then.
I think
All
I'm
right.
good. I